was listening to the podcast with Michael Hamm from Wild Orchard,
Yeah.
and I mean, he's just an incredible guy, and that was such a great episode. And I had no idea that they were gonna be a fancy food, and you see a million booths, right? But then all of a
Right.
sudden I saw, "Oh my god, that's Wild Orchard. I just listened to that. I just got off the
Yeah.
train, heard that." And so then I started talking to Michael, said I heard it, and now we're working on some really cool stuff together with, maple and matcha. We're using
Oh,
maple
yeah.
sap as the base for the matcha. That's an example of, a company that's using both the sap, like the purest form right out of the tree to brew
Yep.
their tea with, and
Mhm.
then also, the latest thing you can I mean, the most transformation you can do is turning that sap all the way to a granulated sugar,
Mhm.
and so he's also working on granulated sugar with matcha so that you can just pour that into my water and just make your matcha tea sweetened with
Wow.
maple. So,
Okay.
uh, and all in between there is maple syrup, right? So, either have maple sap that's used for beverages, and another example of a great company using maple sap as the base for the beverage is Recoup. When you use maple sap as a base ingredient, it's got just a little bit of sweetness. It's got lots of other benefits, the antioxidants, the polyphenols, the electrolytes that are just naturally occurring in the maple sap. So you use
Right.
that as the base for a beverage. You can add any other stuff, whatever you want to do, and and you have a naturally sweet beverage with no added sugar because the maple sap has naturally occurring sucrose in it that is just subtly sweet. There's no real maple flavor yet, and
Mhm.
then you use that as a base rather than saying, a lot of beverages just you'll use water and then you'll add some type of sugar. If you add cane sugar or
Right.
honey or something else, that counts as added sugar. When you use maple sap, it's just naturally occurring sugar. So we have a bunch of companies that are using the maple sap as the base ingredient in a beverage. Um, but our main product is maple syrup. And so we produce a lot of maple syrup every year. Um, and that can wind up in a range of other products as well, from granolas to ice cream. Actually, we supply Alex ice cream.
Yeah.
They've been on this show as well. They use a maple syrup in there, and they also turn the maple syrup into like a thicker version to swirl
Mm.
in.
Mhm.
They do that part. Um,
Yeah.
that's their trade secret there. That's why that tastes so good.